Hello, dear soul. Welcome to an exciting video all about tips and tricks for connecting with your spirit guide team. With me, your host, Emily the Mystic. I am so excited to share my wealth of information and knowledge with you all about making that connection with your guides today. And whether you are new to this journey or further along, there's going to be something in here for everyone that I hope will help you facilitate that connection with your guides. This is a question that I get asked all of the time because obviously, as you can see from my YouTube channel, I have interviewed a lot of different types of beings, galactic beings, archangels, ascended masters, and you may be curious, how do I do that? How do I make that connection? And what does that journey look like for me? This is one of my favorite things that I help my private clients facilitate in their own spiritual experiences and connections. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Emily. I'm an Akashic Records expert practitioner and teacher and a Galactic channel. And here on my YouTube channel, I share a lot of information and guidance for you on living a cosmically and galactically inspired lifestyle. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like content like this, and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. So that being said, let's get into it. So if you are desiring a deeper connection with your spirit guide team, or perhaps you want to work with certain guides, like a specific angel, archangel, ascended master, deity, god, goddess, galactic being, this video is really going to help you make that connection with them. That's really what my specialty is helping you open up to that connection. Here's the thing, we all have the ability, we're all intuitive, we all have the ability to connect with the spirit world and to work with different beings in the spirit world that we feel intuitively guided to work with. For example, the whole reason why I came up with this video today was because I went to connect with one of my main spirit guides, who is Merlin, and I was asking Merlin, what should I film for my YouTube channel? And he was saying, well, a lot of your clients and people in your audience have been asking you for tips with working with beings like me, so you should film a whole video on that. And I was like, okay, great, I love that idea. So that's where the idea for this video came forward. And I love having that relationship with Merlin because if I need advice or guidance about something and I just feel like I can't figure it out, or human people in my life aren't really giving me the answer that I need, I will go in and talk to Merlin or one of my other spirit guides and will ask them questions in order to get that guidance that I am desiring for myself. So this is a beautiful relationship that you can facilitate, and your relationship with your guides will change with time. So my first piece of advice for you is to be patient with the process. It may not happen immediately. Your connection may feel a little bit fuzzy at first as you are starting to open up your third eye, which, let's be real, has likely been blocked for most of your life. So it's going to be a process of beginning to hone your discernment, beginning to open up your intuition, your power of visualization, your power of working with your different psychic clair gifts, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience. I have videos on all of them if you want to check those out. So, first of all, for those of you who are sitting here thinking to yourself, I don't know my spirit guides at all. I have no idea who they are. I couldn't give you a name. I couldn't give you a being. I don't know who I want to work with. I've got no idea. I'm starting at ground zero. I want you to start with my Meet a Spirit Guide meditation, which I will leave a link down below. It's a free meditation here on YouTube that you can do at any time, and it's going to take you into a guided visualization experience that will ideally help you open up and facilitate that connection with the spirit guide. That's where I first got started, and that is where I started making my first connections with spirit guides, was doing the spirit guide meditations of other channelers, healers, and intuitives like myself that I found really helpful. And sure enough, with time and practice and patience and having a dedicated daily practice of connecting in, I was eventually able to make that connection, and so will you. So my next piece of guidance for you is that if this is something you truly want for yourself, you're going to have to make the space and time for it. Just like learning any new skill, whether that be You want to go to the gym to get stronger. You're going to have to go every few days a week, maybe not every day, but maybe you have to go 3 to 5 times a week. Or maybe you want to learn how to play the piano. You're going to need to practice the piano a few times a week in order to build the skill. Same with your spirit guides. It's not something, I know we have this idea that there's going to be this big voice that comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden God's going to be talking to us in the shower and we're going to get all this profound guidance. Sometimes, sure, that can happen, but mostly our relationship with our guides is a lot more subtle than that. And in order to make the connection, just like you would learning a new skill, or just like you would phoning a friend, you're going to need to make the time for the phone call. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to carve out 15, 20, 30 minutes a few days a week, maybe not every day because we're busy people, but maybe 3 days a week, you want to create space and time for some sort of spiritual practice. I'm going to give you some ideas of what that could look like in just a moment, but you are going to need to clear the space and time. Without the phone, and by phone, I mean without being on social media or texting people or having your ringer on so that people can call you and disturb you. Nope, we want to turn the phone on Do Not Disturb. We're going to do the Meet a Spirit Guide meditation or one of the other exercises that I'm about to give you in a moment. And you are really going to be in this space without distractions in order to make that connection. So that second piece of guidance is making sure that you have space and time to connect and to go inwards. Next, it's all about your intention. So once you have an idea of who you want to connect with, whether that be connecting with your main spirit guide and figuring out who they are, or connecting with a specific angel like Archangel Michael or Archangel Metatron, or connecting with a specific deity or ascended master like Merlin, like Goddess Isis, like Aphrodite or Athena or Hades or whoever it is, being really intentional with who you want to connect with, or the Pleiadians or the Arcturians. So what I like to do is a process that I like to call interviewing a spirit guide. So it starts with your intention and discerning who you want to connect with, which you can figure that out, do the Meet a Spirit Guide meditation, get an idea. And if that doesn't necessarily pan out for you, do a little bit of research and just be open to maybe an ascended master or a goddess. I gave you some names for some examples that you may want to facilitate a connection with, and be open to talking to them, just like you would phoning a friend, okay? So once we have our intention of who we want to connect with, I like to go into my process of what I call interviewing a spirit guide. So for me, the way that this works best, I like to go into a relaxed meditative state. So I will sit down or lie down. Sometimes I will put on my noise canceling headphones, or you could use earplugs or regular headphones with some binaural beats. And I like to have an eye mask over my eyes because when it's really dark, I have an easier time connecting with my inner vision and connecting with my third eye and being able to visualize things. I also have gotten to a point in my own journey where I can do this sitting up without the eye mask, without the headphones. But for you to really go deep into it, I would encourage you to be as cozy as you can. Lying down can really help you get deep. Eye mask, headphones, all of it, again, to really help you go deep into the experience. Then what you're going to do is you're going to set your intention. You're going to state out loud or in your mind who you want to connect with. Once you've stated that intention, I want you to visualize and be open to what you see, feel, or sense. So what I do in the Meet a Spirit Guide meditation, I'm going to tell you how to do that and facilitate that experience for yourself. I take you to a beautiful location in your mind's eye that you can visualize and anchor yourself into it. When I'm doing this work one-on-one with clients, I take them to visualize a beach. They're on a tropical beach. I have them connect with feeling the sun on their skin, seeing the ocean in front of them, feeling the sand underneath their toes. So I want you to visualize in your mind's eye going to a location that is safe, that feels good to you. Maybe that's a garden, a beach, a forest. It really doesn't matter. But going to a location and then setting that intention to call forward that guide, being, deity, etc. with their name. Or you could even use the intention, I would like to meet my main spirit guide, my guardian angel, my galactic guides, whatever that is for you, what that intention is. And then seeing how they begin to show themselves to you. If you're clairvoyant, you may start to see them in your mind's eye. If you're clairaudient, you may hear them say that they're there with you. If you're clairsentient, you may feel a change in energy in your body. And if you're claircognizant, you may just have this knowing and this awareness of, oh, wow, they are here with me. Now, here comes the interview part. So whenever I'm meeting with a new guide, and this is what I do for my Galactic Guidance videos, I like to ask them questions to get to know them better. So I will ask them, what can you share with me so I can get to know you better? I will ask them, how do we know each other at a soul level? I will ask them, how do you want to work with me moving forward? How many days do you want to work with me? How would you like us to connect in the future? What guidance do you have for me for my spiritual practice? How can we, and do you see what I'm trying to do here? We're asking them really meaningful questions to give us a better idea of who they are, how we're connected to them, and how we can work with them in the future. And as you go through that interview process, it may spark some new questions. You may want to ask for guidance for different areas of your life. One of the biggest skills when it comes to being an intuitive is learning how to dialogue with different beings, different guides. This is something that I teach my clients how to do in my Akashic Records certification, because you need to learn how to dialogue with and have a conversation with your Akashic Record keeper guides who keep your records. So that's something I teach in my Akashic Records certification. If you want to do more of that with me, I will leave the link for that class below. The next thing I want to advise you on is always to use your discernment when connecting with new guides. The spirit world is a little bit like the wild, wild west. There are no rules or regulations, so we can't always control who or what we connect with. But what you can do is use your discernment and how you feel in your body to help you understand whether or not a being you're connecting with has your highest and best interests in mind or not. Whether they are a good being to connect with or not. You will feel it. You will know. And if at any point in time during this exercise you feel uncomfortable, unsafe, or you feel weird sensations in your body that you don't like, send that being away immediately. Pull yourself out of the meditation. You're going to be okay. It's all good. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have had to do this as a spiritual practitioner. It is totally normal. And also, you have to set boundaries with the spirit world. So say, no, thank you. You are not welcome here. And then move on. Okay? So, and then try again the next day. And keep working at it. It is like a muscle that needs to be built. Now, if the meditation doesn't work for you or you have a hard time connecting, a lot of my clients love the process of automatic writing or automatic typing. This is the process of being intentional with who you want to connect with. And then during that interview process I was explaining to you, you write down or type out the answers. So you are either going to have an open journal or a piece of paper in front of you, or a clean, empty Word document open on your computer. You're going to get yourself into a calm and relaxed state, just like you would for meditation. And then you're going to write out your first question. And then, once you've written out that first question, you're going to allow yourself to surrender in the moment and let your hand write or let your fingers type. I have a whole video on how to do this that I will also leave linked below for you to check out how to do and use automatic writing. Now, this process, again, is so beautiful because it's going to teach you how to connect with any guides that you want. So let's say, for example, you become aware of a new goddess like Freya or Diana and you want to facilitate that connection with them. You absolutely can do that by being intentional with it and inviting them forward in the meditative state or while doing automatic writing. And when you're ready to wrap up the experience, you feel complete, you've gotten the answers that you need, all you have to do is say goodbye to that guide and come back into your body. And then your meditation experience is complete and you can move on with your day. So this is a lifelong skill that you can repeat again and again and again. And you have to keep practicing. It is a muscle that you need to build. You wouldn't just go to the gym once and expect that you're going to be able to squat 300 pounds, right? Absolutely not. You're going to have to go and progressively build up your muscles to be able to take on that much weight. Same with meeting your spirit guides. It may not happen for you the first time. You're gonna have to keep trying. And I know we can be really impatient. We can be really excited about it. And also, you're gonna have to keep practicing. Okay? That's how I built this business. That's how I do the work that I do, was a lot of time and practice. And it will open up for you if this is something that you genuinely, authentically want for yourself. I would also highly encourage you to check out my Spirit Guide workshop. This is a $44 workshop where I take what I shared in this video and I go into so much more depth about all of the different types of spirit guides there are out there and how to work with them in different ways. Again, how more in depth about how to interview them, automatic writing, all of that good stuff. It is a jam-packed workshop with its own meditation at the end. So you're going to want to check that out because I go into, again, what I share in this video in so much more detail. I will leave the link for that below. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this helped you. I hope that you have fun connecting with a guide or guides. Comment below who you're going to connect with. I would love to know. And I will leave links to all of the different things that I mentioned in the video below for you to check them out. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.